Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you're new. Today we're in 305 sprint cars here at Volusia. Ran the third quickest time in practice, but hopefully we could run a little bit better because I was kind of in traffic for it. This track came in worn out, like kind of in like the mid lane, so you could run low, and it's still fast right now. It's like really interesting on how this track came worn into us, because the bottom's definitely going to get worn out from us racing. So it's going to be a real interesting race to see how this goes. But yeah, you just have to get your car down here, try to get the turn. I kind of turned a little too much. I think I slid a little too much. I try to stay lower than the slick going into 3 because it keeps the back end better in my opinion. Try to slide up through the slick, not get too loose. Ran a 365, so faster than we ran in practice, which is what I was hoping for, because I was in traffic trying to run my times. See what we can do on the second lap. I doubt it'll be any better. Ran 430. Okay, yeah, I didn't think the second lap would be any better because didn't have that running like we did on the first lap, but I'm pretty happy with the time we have ran so far. I know there was a guy that ran in the 2s. Has he ran yet? No, he has not, but we are car number 3 here, which is kind of surprising me. Running these on a Thursday is kind of weird as well because usually I run these like later in the week, but didn't really like where the limited late models were or the 358, so figure I might as well jump in these, have some fun at Volusia because I love this track. So still got a couple people left to qualify. We have fell down to 3rd like I expected, so I'll pick it back up when we're getting ready to go green. Alright, qualifying is over. We still stayed in 3rd, which is fine by me because the bottom is going to be quicker to start out with. Wing is at 0. Push it all the way forward just to have some speed in these cars. I don't really move it at all. I'll just move around the track. I don't really need to move the wing. These things are pretty easy to drive for the most part. You just have to try to stay out of the slick because the back end will come around pretty quick. You won't like spin out. You'll just get real loose and lose a bunch of time. But hopefully we can have a pretty good race. If you guys enjoy this kind of racing, like and subscribe. That way I know that you guys enjoy watching this kind of racing as well. Did pretty decent at Knoxville in the 410s, which was a lot of fun last week. I want to run those more and more as I keep going. I just have to find the right tracks to run them at because I'm not super experienced. I don't want to like be in the way and just be awful. So that's why I ran Knoxville, and I've ran Williams Grove in them. Those are the only 2 tracks I believe I've ran in those cars so far. I enjoy that. I enjoy those tracks a lot, and they're a little bit bigger. Well, Williams Grove is tight, but it's a longer track, let's say. But big horsepower difference between the 305s and the 410s. These things are so much slower, it's crazy. Hopefully we can have a good race though, especially being car number 3. Hopefully we could finish top 3 like we qualified, that'd be great. Gotta watch out for guys hitting this inside wall or those tires coming off of 4. Or the wall going into 1 because they are all dangerous. Really don't want to get your tires messed up at all though, hitting things in the sprint cars because they're open wheels. Really could hurt your ability to turn and just the way your car reacts to things. So really want to keep the car clean. Try not to hit anything. Wasn't expecting this kind of track either. It's a real interesting track. This guy's probably going to go like super early. He is so far back from the pace truck. Pushing the outside guy up the track too. Yeah, he went like as soon as the pace truck twitched at all, which I kind of expected with how far he was laying back. I'm actually surprised they went to the outside. Because you definitely are going to have the momentum coming off corners. Don't hit the wall. That was super close. I thought I was going to clip the wall with my front left. But I'm really surprised the leader's going to the outside in 1 and 2. Seems to be doing okay for him. Second place definitely caught up there. I'm going to try to just keep safe off the wall for now. Try not to run it too hard. Too close to the wall. Maybe these 2 will get into each other or something in this race. Really wasn't expecting to be in car number 3, but I'm happy I am. I like being a lower car number. Somebody is wrecked. So we have a lap car 3 seconds ahead. He's coming back to us quickly. This bottom lane's going to go away so quick with the sprint car though. These tracks get torn up in sprint cars. It doesn't matter which one you're running, they get tore up. But with the middle being worked in already and slick, I'm real interested to see the dynamic of this race, just because like the top's going to come in at some point, and you're going to need to know when to go up there, because it's going to be a lot faster. Because you're just going to start sliding around a lot. Got a bad entrance in there. Had to re-turn in midway through the corner. It just got me sideways. If you can get a good turn in and keep your car pretty straight through the corner, you'll have a pretty good exit off the corner as well. But if you have to like readjust, it like slows you down a lot. And I saw that the bottom just got more worn in there in 3 and 4 as we were going into it. Still a little bit of grip there, but it's like getting real low now. Try to get out of the gas a little bit, try to stay in the grip at the bottom. We're still running like 6s right now, into the 7s. Top's gonna probably start coming in. Want to start going out here, try to keep the momentum up in these cars, just because it's kind of needed. These things don't have much motor in them. Just trying to stay out of the slick for the most part. Second place went outside though as well, so that doesn't help me. There's a lot of dust as well. Makes it harder to see the lines. Leader is staying right along the bottom at the moment. Try to get my right rear in the grip out here, see if we can catch up to these guys at all. There's a big bump going into 3 right there, if you saw that. You're up by the wall, it kind of like, there's a big bump out there. So be careful of that going into 3. But Volusia's a lot of fun to me. That big bump is so weird. It kind of like starts to turn you into the corner without you wanting to, for the most part. Everyone's starting to work the outside now. Bottom's getting pretty worn out. There might be some grip still there in 1 and 2, I feel like, but 3 and 4, I feel like top's a little bit faster at this point. Oh yeah, bottom's getting real thin now. I didn't know it was that thin. Okay, I'm not doing that again. I was close to that wall. I had to get real close down there. Wish this lap car would just run the bottom or just out the way. Because yeah, he wrecked, but he's kind of like interfering a little bit. Second place is definitely catching first a little bit though. Definitely catching him a little bit. We'll see if he can get to him. Maybe they'll make some contact and I'll have a chance at that. I need to get by this lap car first. Don't want to try to throw a slider in these things because, oh Jesus. And that happened. Good God. Second place got the wall. Lap car ran into him and I had nowhere to go. That really sucks. And I lost my wing in the front. I just lost my nose. That's very unfortunate. That's just very bad timing as well. Nothing I can do about that. See if we can get back into 3rd now. Because that bump going into 3 really could hurt you. If you get out there, you clip the wall. He did it again up there. Yeah, I just don't think I have speed anymore in the car because of that. My nose is gone. Like I'm flat-footing it and the people are running away from me. So that's really unfortunate. Wrong place, wrong time, I guess. You get those races sometimes. But if the lap car just would have, you know, been out of the way in the first place, that actually would not have happened. But he wanted to race with us, and that ended up screwing me really bad. So that's unfortunate altogether. That's why if I'm a lap car, I literally just get out the damn way. Like, I would have just gone low, seeing everybody running out high. Okay, 7 got into him. 7 got into the 5 there, got him all sideways. Got back in the 5th at least. Probably gonna lose the spot back. I just have no speed in the car at this point. But yeah, when I'm a lap car, I just would have gone low, got out of the way, and slotted in behind them. So nothing like that would have happened. Because he didn't give it to the leader at all. There's no cautions in these, so they just go green to green. If you wreck, you're kind of screwed. He wrecked early on. Still raced the leader some, and then raced second place. Second place really had to like dive it in on him and try to get by him. And then I never really even got to him. Oh, they wrecked behind me, so top 5 at least. I'll take it, I guess. How many people were even in this race? I think 12, maybe 13 at the most. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really see the highest car number or anything. Yeah, they were fast up there, man. I wish the thing with the lap car wouldn't have happened. I would have had a top 3 for sure, because we pulled away from these guys. We definitely pulled away from the guys behind us, and we were clear sailing. That's the word I was looking for. Clear sailing up until the lap car was in the way and everything. So that's unfortunate. Try to get out of the way and everything. Don't want to get more X's for no reason. I want to go back and see all what happened, because we were racing pretty good up front. Didn't have a great start. They get single filed up top to start the race, which I was surprised they ran the top to start the race. I'll go through and see some of the incidents after I see like the beginning here, because we ran pretty well. They kind of started pulling away from me a little bit. Second place never really caught first all the way. Once we started going to the high side, I think we started catching the lead or something. Oh yeah, the lap car is already there. So lap car wrecked super early. I'm just going to go back to the beginning and see some of the incidents. I didn't know when those would happen. They're already 3 wide on the first lap. 9 car slides up into the front of the 12. Okay, it seems like they got out of that altogether. Seems like the next corner, 12 car slides up into the front of the 9. Just karma right back at you, I guess. 3 wide, what is it, lap 3? Jesus Christ. They're already 3 wide, lap 3. 10 car just goes sailing in, runs in the back of that guy. I don't even know who that was. But that's how the 10 car wrecked. 9 car did the same thing. I think it was to the 11 as well. And then the 11's out of control. 12 had nowhere to go. That's unfortunate for the 12 altogether. Everyone's just running into the 11, like trying to get by him, I guess. But they're just sliding up into his back left. 9 car into the wall. Going into 3? Yep. That happened a bunch, I believe. Yeah, right here. Second place got into him. I just had nowhere to go. Ran straight into the side of the 10, which is unfortunate for me. I lost my nose. This was the wreck behind me. The 4 car hit the inside wall. That's what happened. He went in super low, because I think the 5 was just trying to run the bottom there. 4 car goes in super low, smacks the wall, sends him up. That probably would have came up into me. You can see me with no nose. That's just awful. That's so sad to see. And then that's the race. Okay, so it was pretty clean most of the way, and I just wish that wouldn't have happened to us, because that was unfortunate altogether. Because the 2 car or the 1 car got into the wall, and the lap car just ran straight into him, and I had nowhere to go, so that's unfortunate. But at least we were able to come back for a top 5. There were 12 people in the race. Being car number 3 might gain the slightest bit of iRating, or might lose the slightest bit. At least we weren't car number 1 like normal for a lot of these races, so happy about that. So I think we'll be able to salvage at least somewhat of our iRating out of this race. Probably going to lose the slightest bit, but it's okay. Let's go see what we end up getting. Alright, results are in. Strength of field was 2,200. It was a pretty decent strength of field. How many splits were there? 3 different splits. There's a lot of people that registered for this race. Number 1 car had the quickest lap on lap 2. I did not have that bad of a lap really, but I was just running. I didn't have much I could do. I lost 21. Damn. I really did not think I was going to lose that much, but I guess because of the 6 and 7 getting 3rd and 4th, they gained a lot. So, I guess it makes somewhat sense. No real high numbers finished that low, so I lost 21. Damn, that sucks. That's just kind of disappointing, because I really didn't do that bad. And it just came down to, I lost those 2 spots. I would have been fine finishing 3rd. Probably would have gained like 10 or so, maybe, because number 1 gained 19 finishing 2nd. I might have gained 10 finishing 3rd, which is where we easily would have finished. And 10 car ended up 11 laps down because he disconnected after that. So that's just unfortunate. Wish the lap cars would just get out the way sometimes, because they're just hazards when things like that happen. Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong necessarily. The 1 car hit the wall, and the lap car had nowhere to go, but the lap car shouldn't have been there in the first place, in my opinion, because when I'm a lap car, I don't race the leaders. I let the leaders go by so I don't mess up their race. My race is already messed up. I don't want to take other people with me. That's my mentality, at least. So, like, I've wrecked out in, I think when I ran the 305s at Knoxville, not like last week, but like a few weeks ago, I did that race twice because I got wrecked real early and I was super slow. and I still had like some speed and I could have held up the leaders, but I just dropped down to the bottom on a straightaway, let them go by, and I slot in behind them and keep on going. I did that for like everybody that I wasn't racing. So literally everybody that was on the lead lap, I just let them go by when they got to me, and I didn't ruin anybody else's race. So that's just my mentality, at least. So that's how I race. But didn't think I was gonna lose that much, which is just unfortunate. But those races happen. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race nonetheless. I had some speed there in the beginning and things just went bad, so that happens sometimes. But I appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys are doing well in your races this week. If you are, let me know how you guys are doing in the comments or in my Discord. You guys can join that and talk to me in there also, along with some other people that are in the iRacing community, trying to make a little bit of a nice community there. So you can always join that. That's always in the description below if you guys want to join that. But I'll catch you guys in the next race.